AJ doesn't understand what we're doing today. All right. So this is take two. I told AJ what we were doing, but he is so used to doing things one way, not the other, that he got confused. So now we're starting this video. This is a little different. This is why we're doing it this way today. One, my phone is going crazy, so I have to be able to use my phone to respond to text and emails while we're trying to do this video. Just so you can see. Small block. Very, very nice cam. Brand spanking new boggers. Weld wheels. And we're going to go for a ride. Now, we've had a lot of calls on this truck. Obviously, it's been one that went kind of viral on a lot of our social media. We've done a pretty thorough video on it. But if you don't want to take the time to look back, here's our running driving video. Now, it does have a dash pad. This is an older dash pad. It's got a crack. It's got a hump. It could use a replacement. Oil pressure's good. He's been driving it around and getting some fuel. Temperature's good. Fuel gauge does work, and the tach does work. Now, one of the common things that people always ask is, can I drive this on the highway? We've had one particular customer that's been very persistent. Oh, actually two. I think one said he was in Pennsylvania and the other said he was in Ohio about, can I drive the truck home? And we want to give him an honest answer, but we don't know currently because we haven't driven it on the highway. That's about to change. Aftermarket stereo. This is a no AC truck, but it does have the AC provision here. So if somebody does want to put AC in this truck, we're doing several right now, and we could definitely do this one also. When we do an AC system, we do it complete with all components. We don't just put it back to factory. We typically go with an all brand new system, unless it's a pretty complete truck. This one is a no AC truck from the factory, so we would need to do a whole system on this one, which is no problem. Got a nice cowl induction hood. You can hear the boggers. You can actually hear the tires and the motor, which is pretty cool. Bed cover, spray-in bed liner. Headliner's in good shape. Headliner's in excellent shape. We'll get up and ride with traffic and kind of see what kind of RPMs we got. You got a GPS app on your phone? Oh, shit. All right, so we are running 66 miles per hour, and we are 26 to 27 RPMs at 66 miles an hour. I really wouldn't suggest you drive a square body much faster than that on 38 boggers and 8 or 10 inches of lift, but that's not bad. That's a little bit rough on the RPMs, but it's better than 3,500 RPMs. So again, 61. The truck's not shaking out of his hands, which is nice. Getting off of this exit right here. We still are running good temperature. It's not a super hot day today. What was it, 70? Maybe 70, 75, something like that. So it's not an excessively hot day, but we're running about 100, 170, 172 on the temperature. Tach is pretty accurate because idling down, yep, 700 or 800 RPMs. Oil pressure is good. Temperature's good. She sounds really good. This truck is for sale. This truck is $43,000. Again, if you've seen it on some of the social media, all we did was a few little clips on the truck, but dang, this thing's got some serious eyes. Of course, I hate that we're getting off of a set of the weld wheels. They're true weld wheels. Brand spanking new 38 boggers, 8 to 10 inches of lift. I don't think Daniel or Brian have gone over it to tell me that quite yet. They have gone over a few things that needed some brake lines fixed, a couple other things cleaned up. Thought that was one of our shuttle buses going by. Retorque the suspension. We say retorque, some people don't know what that means. Let's tighten the suspension. U-bolts get loose. Spring bolts get loose. Things do shift and settle over time. Sometimes they never get tightened up from the factory. This thing could have the lift kit done, not from the factory, but this thing could have the lift kit done in somebody's garage with a set of hand tools. So everything gets torqued and tightened to the proper specifications. Actually got an ashtray that's not rattling. That's pretty neat. We're jumping back on the highway here. And this motor in this truck, I told a couple people that have been really interested, it's a little more built than usual. It should run just fine on premium fuel. It had a little bit of a smell like it had racing fuel in it when we got it. But it's pretty hopped up. It's more of a drive around the corner, drive to the store. I wouldn't suggest to get in it and drive in a couple states, but could it do it? At this point, I'm going to say, why not? And we're running along pretty good. Temperature still good. RPMs are almost exactly where they were before. And we don't have any traffic passing us, so doing pretty good. Glove box is intact. Actually closes like it's supposed to. So all good. I'm going to stop the video now. We're going to jump off the interstate, get back to the lot. I'll do a quick walk around, and we'll get this thing posted so everybody can see it. For anybody that's got any questions, this is one of the most affordable, good-looking, decently complete. I use those words loosely because you guys know how we do things. Not much I can pick on. AJ went and put fuel in it. The fuel gauge worked. All the little pet peeve things that I'm a picky person about work. I just noticed the voltage gauge doesn't work, but does it work over there? Okay, so the voltage gauge works over there. So we got an accurate temperature gauge. We got an accurate oil pressure gauge. Running about 30 here coming off. Almost said coming off plane like we're in a boat. But 20 at an idle, I think is what we had, which is pretty acceptable for a small block like this. And again, we don't know the specs on the small block. Is it a 383? We don't know. Is it a 350 board over? That's what I would say. Again, we don't know the exact specs on this motor, so we can't speak to it. Lots of construction going on around here. All right, guys, I'll clip in this last little piece, and we'll call it a day. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, we are back from a very successful test run. Small block there did a great job. Holley carburetor. Got the nice big air filter. A lot of nice color match stuff under the hood. Again, no AC truck. Does have the competition cam bottle there to keep some pressure on the brakes. Keep some of the vacuum built up for the brakes. This is an 8-lug, 3/4 ton converted truck. Disc brakes converted also. I know I brought you a lot of this in the other videos. Please watch the other videos, guys, because each one touches on some different stuff. But disc brake converted rear, 14 bolt, 8-lug front. And we just did 66 miles an hour at 2,800 RPMs, let's call it. And AJ did watch the odometer, the speedometer. The speedometer is off by about 11 miles per hour, just for knowledge. So anytime you have a lifted truck, speedometer is not going to be very accurate. Always depend on your GPS. You can get a free app on your phone. That's the most suggested way to do it. A lot of people also ask about this grill. We do know a lot, but we do not know what brand that is or where it came from. But it is a good looking grill. We were going to change it, but that's a nice looking aftermarket grill with a billet center here. So there's your video on this Squarebody 1984 for $43,000. Short bid, good looking truck. Can we add more to it? Absolutely. Brian and Daniel at the shop can do the power steps, the crossover steering, the track bar system. Gosh knows. I mean, there's no limit to what we can do and how we can change these trucks. Matter of fact, you've seen the previous videos. You know, most of the trucks people want us to go ahead and complete them. So we add all those things, and we're happy to do so. So nice truck, guys. A lot of nice accessories. I wish we could give them away for free, but $43,000 for this truck in current condition is probably one of the best deals for one of these we've had in a long time. So thanks again, guys, for watching. We really appreciate the support, and this is a good one here.